This is the reason why your dress didn't fit. After you've made that expensive dress, what happened? It didn't fit properly the way you wanted it. This is what happened. As a designer, you made a dress and it fits so well on the mannequin. But when you sent the dress out to your client, either abroad, just maybe around Nigeria, and it didn't fit well and the client is complaining badly, most times it's not the designer's fault. It could be your fault. Watch this video and see the reason why. You took the measurement yourself, but you're wondering why the dress didn't fit. Save yourself the stress of receiving a dress from your designer and it didn't fit properly. As a designer, save yourself the stress of sending out a dress that will not fit properly on your client's body. Come on, what's the point of making a dress when it won't fit properly? I'm not saying there won't be any adjustments on a dress that once you make a dress, it will fit perfectly. No, but at least it should be a slightly minor adjustment that should be done to the dress. Even when you send it out, the person could just say, okay, this is just, maybe I need to just adjust the bust or the waist, then the dress is okay. At least it's better that way than to the dress not to fit at all. That one is really bad. On this video, I'll be showing you how to take a proper body measurement. First thing you need to do is to get a bias. But as a client, if you don't have a bias at home, try to get anything, a rope, a skipping rope, a phone charger cord could do it. If you notice, I'm having two different tapes here. This is the small tape, this is the big tape. So let your designer know the kind of tape you're using to take the measurement that you're sending to her. Don't use this tape and you won't let her know. When she uses this tape to sew, the dress might not fit. These two tapes, they are way two different tapes. All right. So if you're making use of the small tape, let your designer know that you're using the small tape. If you're making use of the big tape, still let her know. And as a designer, always ask your client, what tape did you use to take the measurement? Can I see? So that you know the tape you're working with. You don't go and use this tape and sew. And at the end, if it was this one, you will have an issue. There will be an issue. So take note of the tape. That's number one rule. The reason for this bias is for us to define the waistline. Once you are done defining the waist with the rope, like mine, you see that I use the bias to define the waistline. The next thing you do is to take the bust circumference. That is the first one you take. All right. Always try as much as possible to take it the accurate way. If it's on your back, okay. See, this is the perfect way to take it. Make sure that the tape is properly placed at the back. Don't take it this way. This is wrong. So bring it up to this fuller part of the back. That's the across back. All right. Then you bring it to the nipples. I see some people take it this way. Very wrong. Bring it down to the nipples, the both nipples, and you take down the measurement. Don't make it too tight. And when you're taking the measurement, whichever way, always make sure that it's just your fingertips that is holding the measurement. Don't put your whole hands inside. You're adding to the measurement each time you do this. So just use your fingertips. Just one. Okay? This way. They're closer. Come closer so that they will see it. This is it. All right? That's the perfect way to take it. The next one to take is the bust front arc, which is from the middle of the armhole this way. She's not wearing a proper dress. Most times, it's always advisable to tell your client to wear a fitted sleeveless dress. That way, you can see the body perfectly and properly. So all the details you need to see about the person's body. So the next one is under bust circumference. I'm trying as much as possible not so that this video will not be too long. Okay, the under bust circumference, you take it this way, turn your back. You see? Next is the under bust length. Always try as much as possible to take the measurements from this shoulder neckline. Don't take it from here. Some are slopey. So once you take it from here, you've reduced the length. But if you're taking it from here, this is the proper place to place the tape. So you place your tape here, okay? You take it straight from the nipples to the under bust. You see? So once you're done taking the under bust length, the next one is the bust point. You see, you just on the nipples, that's the bust point. So the next one is the bust radius. Place the tape on the nipple to the under bust this way, okay? Round sleeve, okay? Try to take it at the fullest part of your arm. Don't take your round sleeve here. I see people do this. This is wrong. What about this full flesh that is here? What will now happen to it? All right, try to take it here, okay? So the next one is the across chest. So it's always from this armhole arc here. This is why I said always try to tell your clients to wear a fitted sleeveless dress so that you'll be able to see this arc. You as a client, try to wear a fitted dress and a sleeveless top so that you'll be able to see this arc and place your tape on it. So you're placing it this way, okay? On the arc, you place the tape all the way from your chest to the other arc on the armhole. That's your across chest. The same thing will happen to the back, all right, for across back. From the armhole across back is from the armhole arc to the other armhole arc. That's your across back. Next is the front shoulder. That's the shoulder joint to the other shoulder joint, okay? You place the tape on the shoulder joint to the other shoulder joint this way, all right? So the same thing will happen to the back shoulder, all right? Still place the tape on the shoulder joint to the other shoulder joint. That's the back shoulder, okay? So the next thing you take is the nip to waistline. Always make sure that this rope or bias, whichever one you're using, is still on the waistline. Always adjust it, okay? You just saw me do that now. So the next one is the nip to waist. That's some people call it back half length, okay? So you place the tape on the back spine this way, all right? To the rope at the back, that's on your waistline, okay? That's your nip to waist. This is more like a back half length. So for your front, you place the tape here. Okay, let me do it from here. You place the tape on your neck shoulder for the full front length, okay? All the way from the nipple to the waistline, the rope on your waistline. So this rope now is more like a guideline on the waistline. You don't need to start looking for the waistline. The rope is guiding you to do that. You see why the rope is important. Next is sleeve length to elbow. Always tell your clients to put her hand on her hip. Don't take the measurements when the hand is like this. It's wrong. So when the hand is on the hip, you can be able to take the measurements properly. So you won't have a tight sleeve. That's the reason. You won't have a tight sleeve. If you are doing your hand like it will be so tight. So this will be avoided. Okay? So from the shoulder joint to the elbow, you take the measurements. Then you can still take it all the way down to the wrist. Okay, next is hip line. All right, so try to take it this way. Turn your back. Okay, at the fullest part of the bum bum. Then you bring the tape to the side. Use the one hand to drag it down and be letting go of the tape till you exhaust it. So it won't be too tight on the person's hip once she receives the dress. All right, so take it all the way by the side. You try to bring it down, try to adjust it. This is the proper way to do it. If you're confused, you take it again. Always bring it to the side. Use the other hand to check and adjust the tape. That is it. So the next one is the knee. Don't close your legs while taking the knee circumference. And make sure that it's loose, it's not tight. Make sure it's loose so that the dress won't be tight on the knee. Next is the side waist to knee. All right, from the bias, that's the rope on, you take it to the knee, then to the floor. And that is it. You see? That is it. So try this and see if the measurements won't fit. This might work for you, it might not work for you. I don't know. But try as much as possible to take an accurate body measurement. Send it to your designer or the designer as well. Try to take a proper body measurement. Try this method and see if you have a lot of issues or you have a case of what I ordered versus what I got. So try this method. If it works for you, then you come back and thank me. If it doesn't work for you, now you know this one is the one that works for me. I've been doing it. It works. I'm not saying that all the dresses I've made in my life are always perfect. No. Case of adjusting a dress. So even if you're adjusting, very slightly adjustment, it won't be too much. Okay.